Morning, Steve.
Morning.
850 competitive games in management for you tomorrow. That's quite an achievement.
Is that league games or is that competitive?
All competitive games.
Well, I don't know. You have to check in your research. Wherever it is, it's a lot of Saturdays. And go with 980 playing, then it's something like 40 years. So an eternity, really. But the FA Cup still has that, after all this time, still has that first week in January, still has that little bit of magic, which I've been fortunate to have been gone all the way and win finals and be part of it, and it's still a little bit great stuff to be competing in.
40% win rate as a manager overall. You've got to be fairly pleased with that.
Wow, you've been doing your stats. Well, I've been doing it a long time, so thank you. It's hard work, and it's still hard work, but I still enjoy it. I still want to try and improve. And the one thing about management, yes, you can have experience, but there's always a new one to challenge you. So that doesn't change. And more importantly, I've been very, very lucky and fortunate to be in the game, which as a kid I loved so much. To be in it 40 years is something which I'm very fortunate to be able to have done. Since the age of 16, I've never known anything else. So very, very fortunate.
And only a small group have made that milestone of 1,000. Do you see yourself doing that?
Yeah, I've got no intentions of, I'm only 57, so still a bit of mileage yet, I would have thought. And I think as long as you keep enjoying it, I think that's the most vital thing, is to, in a sick way or perverse way, to enjoy. It becomes hard work, don't get me wrong, but still enjoy the challenge, and especially the challenge of Aston Villa. I still want more than anything to get it back where it needs to be, and we'll try our best.
And as a manager, have you ever had a better start to a new year than the result the other night?
Do you know in management, I've always said that it's only a week ago that we produced arguably our worst performance in the second half against Brentford. And then you need a reaction from your players and your staff. And we did that against Middlesbrough. And of course, we've had arguably our best win against Bristol. And that's management. That's the ups and downs of it. And I think it's vitally important that you keep an equilibrium on it, you keep steady with it, and don't get yourself beat up, because you're going to get beat. How to handle defeat, and not to get too carried away when you win a few, because we all think we're Jose Mourinho or Sir Alex, and if you get carried away too quickly, then it bites you in the backside. So that's the way I've tried to be. That's the way I've tried to manage.
Was that Jack Grealish's best ever game?
Certainly under me. I thought he played very, very well at Derby as well, I have to say. So he set the standards. That's what I've said, He's been out for 4 or 5 months. I hope, we all hope, but he does look as if he's developed and he's matured. And maybe a bit of stability around him. He's had 6 managers before me in 2.5 years or whatever it is as a young player. So he's had all sorts to contend with. I do believe, the one thing about Jack, and I've just said that to the radios, if he wasn't playing for Aston Villa tomorrow, he'd be playing with his mates. He does love the game of football. And when he plays like he did the other day, he can see why he's got the accolades he has.
Not just everybody at the club, but the fans especially, really pleased with Hogan, really happy for him after that goal.
The supporters were terrific towards him. They realised it hasn't gone so well. Even now, Scotty, just before I take him off, he turns his ankle again, which has ruled him out for tomorrow. But great to see him score, and you could see that little bit of confidence just come into him, and that's what football is, If you're confident and you score a goal, and see the real Scott Hogan came out.
And a chance now to look at the squad as a whole this weekend.
Yeah, well, it's an ideal. John Terry will play. Andre Green will play. It gives me a chance to have the people in the team who really need a game, and also the young players too. So I'm not being disrespectful to the cup, but it gives me the ideal opportunity to play some players who need the game, even the great John Terry needs a game. So ideal for him, a few of the younger lads as well. So let's hope I've picked an experienced enough team to get through the cup tie.
And Lansbury and Onoma, how's their fitness?
Lansbury and Onoma's okay. He's recovered. Lansbury, he'll be involved in it, but maybe not more than half an hour. So that's the remit on him.
And looking at the tie as a whole, a good chance to progress.
Well, we're at home against. Hey, listen. In my experience with it, it'll be Peterborough's big day, so we'll have to guard against that. But hopefully, we've got enough to get through.
And just lastly, any updates on any transfers so far this January?
No, keep getting answered that. We've got one or two things bubbling, but I think it might be towards the end of January that, you know, it's very, very difficult to loan players right now. So another 2-3 weeks changes things. People buy players and some people become available, so we'll have to be a bit patient, but we've got one or two bubbling along.